Hello. So in this video, we will see what is CSS, Cascading Style Sheet. So normally in printing industry, they will keep track of the styles, what has been followed. Okay. So that track sheet is called style sheet. So to keep track of what typographical styles they have followed, what spacing they have followed, what are the other design aspects. So they will keep track of all those things in a sheet called style sheet. So that will help to keep track of the things or to modify or to maintain anything. Okay, so that is in printing industry. The same thing with the web pages. We need a style sheet to keep track of design, to apply design, to modify design or to maintain it for anything. We need a style sheet. So that is why we have cascading style sheet. Cascading style sheet. So that's how the name CSS came from. CSS. Okay, so CSS helps to keep track of the styles, what we are going to apply or what. So where the name Cascade come from? So why it is cascading style sheet? The reason is there are different types of styles that we are going to follow. In different ways we can apply styles on a web page. So we will see that inline, embedded, external. So a browser has its own default style. So each style can be overridden. Each style has its own priority over others. So since it looks like a cascade of different styles, so it is known as cascading style sheet. Okay, so this is actually basically developed by W3C consortium. So CSS is kind of browser independent. It could be understood by all the browsers. It is flexible with different OSs and it is class platform. Okay. So to understand the importance of CSS, how versatile a CSS, how versatile a language could be with CSS, please click this website and just explore this. Okay, so just go through so here you can find the link for each web pages in this website. You can see different pages are there. You can just click on to that each page and look at the content. Okay, so I'm moving on to the next page on steel. Okay, and the next page about the carry. Okay, and then I'm moving on to the next page screen filler. Okay, so you can what do you see? And then fountain case, and then robot named Jimmy. Okay, so just explore different pages, see what is modern. So if you explore it, but at a first glance, you may see like all these pages has different content. But when you have a closer look at these pages, all the web pages has the same content. You can see a demonstration of what can be accomplished through CSS. You can see the same content here, a demonstration of what can be accomplished through CSS. So the same thing, let me move on to next page, screen filler. So let's look at about the carry. So you can see a demonstration of what can be accomplished in CSS. Okay, so in each page they have given the HTML file and CSS file. So I'm just clicking on this HTML file. I'm just opening it. Okay, so we can just download this file and look, or what I'm going to do here is I'm going to look at the page source. So you can just look at the page source, the content, the HTML code for this. Just have a look. Okay, so this is the code what we see for this page. And let's move on to the first page, mid-century modern or garments. So in garments, let's look at the page source, you can see the HTML page is similar. Everything is same. Word by word, all the coding is same in all the pages. You can just download the HTML file of all the pages where you can see that all the web pages has the same HTML content. That means the content is same. Only the CSS is different. Okay, only the CSS is different. So for example, here I don't see the CSS file. Okay, here I will click the CSS file where you can see this is the CSS file, the design aspect for this page. Okay, so you can see, you can compare the document. It is completely different for this page, and for this page, where is the CSS? So you can find some CSS file somewhere here where you can just download and have a look on those CSS file. So here you can find the file where you can see this code is completely different. Okay, so the only thing that has changed from all these pages are CSS pages. So you can just download HTML and open it in the notepad and see the HTML content will be the same, the coding will be same, but the CSS will be different. Okay, so you can completely, so here this one will give you the power, will let you to understand the power of CSS, how completely you can change the look of the website by using CSS. Okay, so it's how you can make it versatile. So from that example, from analyzing that website, you should be able to understand few concepts. The first one is style in HTML web pages can be made beautiful with CSS. And also you might have understood that style is totally separate. You can totally separate the style from the structure. So you can change the style anytime. Okay, so the content or structure of the web page is different and the style is different. Okay, so that's how you have just explored it in different. So style sheet is totally different. You can just separate it from the actual content and you can just apply it. Okay, style can be stored in a separate document and it can be associated with many web pages. I'll show you how this can be done. Let me open up this page where you can see, do you see this link relative style sheet media? This is how we are going to apply. We are going to link the style sheet. Okay, so in the href attribute of the link tag, we will include the CSS file, what you are going to apply. Okay, so we can just make a style sheet as a separate document, what style we want to apply on header, what style we want to apply on paragraph, like that. We are going to specify all our styling criteria and make it as a document, and that document can be linked with a web page that our choice. Okay, so that is our style sheet can be completely separate from the actual web page content and can be applied to as many pages as we want. Okay, and it is easy to maintain because if you want to change something in between, then you can just simply change this particular single file instead of changing the whole website. Okay, whole web pages. Okay, so and also then you can link it to how many pages. For example, if you link a particular design, this design on 50 web pages, you can simply change. You want to change the font size for H3 element, then you can simply change it here and you can just link it to those 50 web pages, and all those web pages the font style will get updated. Okay, so it is easy for maintenance and single document can be applied to multiple web pages, so which gives more flexibility. Okay, so this is all about CSS. So HTML content is different, which you have learned already, and CSS, which you're going to learn. And if you combine it together, then you will get a designs. You will get a web page of complete web page with content and design. Okay, so that's what you are going to learn in this chapter.